Monarch's sickness came just like a thief, quiet at first, then ruthless. One week she was laughing in the kitchen, scolding Tawalola for not tying her wrapper properly. The next, she lay stiff on a hospital bed, eyes sunken, breath shallow, her name whispered in fear by nurses who had already given up hope. Hospital after hospital rejected her with gentle lies. Let's monitor her. Let's pray. Soon, prayers replaced prescriptions. They carried Monarchy from church to church, oil dripping down her frail forehead, hands pressing on her head as pastors shouted into the heavens. Each miracle night ended the same way, silence. It was decided, quietly, that Tawalola could not watch her mother die. So she was sent away. Aunt Yemesi's house smelled of perfume and noise, loud laughter, blaring music, freedom disguised as fun. That was where Tomowa lived. Tomowa was beauty sharpened into a weapon. Men noticed her before they noticed the air. She walked like the world owed her attention, and she collected it faithfully. She noticed Tawalola immediately. "You're too quiet," she said one night, inspecting her like a doll. "We'll fix that." Tawalola didn't want fixing. But Tomowa didn't take no for an answer. Tomowa loved the night the way some people loved God. Clubs. Parties. Men who smelled of money and promises. When Tawalola refused to follow her out, Tomowa turned cruel. She would hide her shoes. Break something and blame her. Plant lies carefully and watch them bloom into punishment. Soon, Tawalola learned obedience was survival. She followed Tomowa into dark nights, loud rooms, and moral corners she never intended to stand in. She learned how fear feels when adults look at you with disappointment instead of understanding. And every night, she prayed quietly that morning would come quickly. Just when hope had died its final death, Monarchy rose from her sickbed. The doctors called it unexplainable. The churches called it divine. Tawalola called it mercy. She returned home thinner, older in spirit, but free. She carried scars no one could see, but she left Tomowa behind, believing distance meant escape. She was wrong. Tomowa flourished. She learned the language of men who paid before they asked questions. She collected money in the name of love, wore engagement rings like fashion accessories, and disappeared whenever marriage became real. Marriage, to Tomowa, was a cage, until she met Wole.